So you know that situation where you actually want to sum up this because you want to, this is a sales, and you want to know January, February, March, April, May, June, July, or depending on the year, you have a large amount of data. So last time we were talking about group by, but I just wanted us to show how you can get it done using pivot table. So pivot table is something we have been using, but this actually reminded me of the last thing we did. But let me explain what I'm trying to say anyway. See, for example, that I wanted to know the sum sale by whatever it is. So let's say you come in here and type in the month, and then you wanted to know the total sales. So let me put the total sales here, for example, depending on what you're going to do. So you have this in this way. So and then you needed to make January. So you come here and type January like this. And you know you have January, so what do you need to do to get the total sales? So you have to go here and pick up January sales, then you do plus, you go again what is under January, you do plus again, and you go again what is under January. So you do this, and then you go now to February, for example. So February here, and then you go again with the same thing, is equal to, you now go to February, select this and plus, and then look for another February here, and then also look for another February here. So this, you might make a mistake at the end of the day. So now I'm going to talk about group by later, but now let me talk about the pivot table. So instead of you waiting to do this, there are two ways things you can do here. What you can do here is that you can just select here, because this is where you're going on. Go to insert here and click, there's the recommended table, or just click on pivot table. Now it is just trying to tell you, is it the selected range, because you have the selected range automatically. So that gives you this. If you want a new workbook, means that if you do that, it's going to open a new workbook for you. Like if I click on it now, automatically that's going to open a new workbook for me. But I don't want to get that done, so I'm pressing Ctrl Z, and I'm returning back to where I am here. So in this one, so what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to select it if I want to still remain it on this particular interface I am, or in this particular place I am right now. So I'm going to insert, go to pivot table. Now instead of me choosing this already selected, which I've explained earlier, then the next thing I need to do is to click on existing worksheet here, and I'll click here. So I want it to come here, so the summary should come here. So once you do this, press enter, and then you can see that you have selected the location here, but it's not new existing sheet. The next thing you need to click is to click OK, and once you click OK, this comes in here. So in this case, you can pivot by month. Automatically you can see the year, so you can even edit this by coming here and clicking on this and type this month, for example. And then the next thing is, if you check this comes in here, so you can do the sum of sales. So you can even make this where edit it and type the total sales amount like this, sales amount. So you can see you have the total sales amount here automatically being here. Now what is the advantage? Now this helps you put this in the way it's supposed to be. If you look here, see now the row, you can see here row, you can see in here the value here comes in like this. So it helps you get this thing faster without having any single mistake. So this is a perfect way to get it done, instead of you trying to add them one after the other. So if you see here, put up the names, and you see now that this groups it to you by January, March, February, and you can see here by name. So you have extensive. So if you turn off by month, you see this comes in the same thing you have earlier. You turn it on, then amount, it puts it to you like this, so you can see here. So this is a perfect way you can get this done. So if I check off names, this will return back to this way, so you can get the summation of this thing with speed, and then using the pivot table. So we'll be talking about group by, but for now let's look. I just want you to understand what I mean when we're talking about how we are going to get them pivot. So you can see here the feed your amount. You see here, click here, you can see this here, some of the amount. So you can do other things here, like if you look here, see that automatically this comes to pivot table, and there are other things you can actually do here. Now we'll be talking about refreshing later, because when you have changes in your data, what I mean by having changes in your data is, for example, I have here, and I'm going to change here, I'm going to make it 10,000. When I press 10,000, I press enter, what happens? It didn't change here. So for me to get it done again, I need to come here, click on the pivot table, return back here, and then click on refresh, so you can see the value changes here, because I have refreshed all. So refreshing, bring in the changes that happen within this place. So this is a way you can actually do the pivoting table. So there are other settings you can do here. which if you want to do, but this is just the fastest way to get it done. So if you have any question, you can go ahead and ask me, or except then we can move on to